Hello everyone, this is Divas Adhikari and here are my audience. Today I will inform you all about the benefits of choosing a vegetarian diet over non-vegetarian one. According to a study conducted by American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, choosing a vegetarian diet is directly associated with the positive health outcomes such as increase in life expectancy. Most of the health-conscious people refrain from the intake of harmful food items such as cigarettes and alcoholic beverages, but they do not think of giving up non-vegetarian food items when it comes to living a healthy life. In fact, I think a person should choose a vegetarian diet and refrain from the non-vegetarian one because it has wide ranges of health-related, environmental, and economic advantages. To begin, let me tell something about vegetarianism. According to the Vegetarian Society, vegetarianism is the practice of abstaining from the intake of meat such as red meat, poultry, seafood, and flesh of any other animal. It may also include the abstention from the byproducts of animal slaughter. Now let's move towards the health benefits of choosing the vegetarian diet. According to Dietary Guidelines for Americans 2010, a report issued by U.S. Department of Agriculture and U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, in prospective studies of adults compared to non-vegetarian eating patterns, the vegetarian eating patterns has been associated with positive health outcomes such as low level of obesity, low blood pressure, reduced risk of cardiovascular disease, and low total mortality. And according to the same study, on average, vegetarians consume a lower proportion of calories from fat, typically saturated fatty acids, lower level of calories, and high amount of fiber, magnesium, and vitamin C, which is associated with the lower body mass index. So, if you are concerned about losing your weight and leading a healthy and happy life, then nutritional experts highly recommend choosing a vegetarian diet. After all that health-related benefits, let's move towards the environmental advantages of choosing vegetarian diet. Especially non-vegetarian food items are produced from the practice of industrial animal agriculture, also known as factory farming, which is directly associated with rapid environmental degradation. According to a report by Food and Agriculture Organization for the United Nations, the current livestock industry has been one of the most significant contributors to the environmental degradation worldwide. According to the same study, the livestock industry contribute on a massive scale to air and water pollution, land degradation, climate change, and loss of biodiversity. This initiative concluded that the livestock sector emerges as one of the top 2 or 3 most significant contributors of the environmental degradation at every level, from local to global. According to the same report, it is also responsible for 18% of the world's greenhouse gas emission, estimated in 100-year carbon dioxide equivalents, which is one of the major causes of global warming. So, the production of such non-vegetarian food items are responsible for all such kinds of environmental degradation. So, the practice of vegetarianism will automatically remove all such kinds of environmental problems created through the production of such non-vegetarian food items, and ultimately helps in the cleaner and sustainable green environment. Not only choosing vegetarian diet is good for our health and environment, but it is also good for the economy. According to the World Watch Institute, lowering meat consumption worldwide will allow more efficient use of the declining per capita land and water resources, while at the same time making grains more affordable to world's chronically hungry. According to the same study, lowering the consumption of the meat worldwide will reduce various kinds of expenses on health, environment, and government subsidies expenses, and will greatly reduce government spending, by which it will help boost the economy. In conclusion, we can say that practicing the principle of vegetarianism is beneficial for everyone because it is good for our health, good for the environment, and good for the economy. After all these things I've said, I strongly recommend you all to think about the practicing vegetarianism because who knows, it might be one of the wisest decisions you'll ever make in your life. After all, who doesn't want to live a healthy and happy life with a good economy and in a clean environment? I do. What about you? Thank you. Now let's move towards the question and answer section. Do you guys have any questions?
I have one. I'm a non-vegetarian and I have no problem with having a vegetarianism diet. And you said a lot of benefits about the vegetarianism diet. But for me, transforming from non-vegetarian to vegetarianism, the only concern that I have is that will vegetarian diet give me enough protein and all the other nutrients needed for my body?
Yes, of course. All the essential protein needed for our body can be obtained from the varieties of plant sources. According to the study by American Heart Association, proteins are mainly composed of amino acids, and varieties of plant sources such as beans, soy, buckwheat, pumpkin seeds, and other vegetarian food items contain all 8 types of essential protein needed for our body. So the answer is yes. Any other questions? No? Okay, thank you.